Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today we're going to be doing Shazam Funko Pops versus Shazam action figures. So let's get started. Okay guys, so we have some stuff here provided by Entertainment Earth. They actually sent over a couple action figures to us to check out and compare with the Pops and show off really all of the new Shazam stuff coming out. So right now we have these here. First one that I want to show off is this one, which is part of the DC Multiverse line. And these are figures that are more detailed. They're a little bit taller than Funko Pops are. I would say these are about 6 inches tall. They have moving parts and they're articulated. There's also, you can swap out the hands to have, an open hand, make it look like he's flying maybe, or you can have one so he's holding something, or fists. But yeah, there's 2 in this set. So there is this one, and then there is also Dr. Sivana you can get inside of here, which is almost like the evil villain for this. So very cool set of figures. We're going to be taking these ones out of the box in a second, but I also want to show off these as well, which are the DC True Move figures. Now we have, for this one, we have Shazam, and we also have the Dr. Sivana here. The Shazam one and both of them actually look really neat. As you guys can see, it's got a nice window so you can see them inside of here. This reminds me of like an old toy that you would see at the store. And it's like, oh, I really want this one or whatever. It reminds me of like a Woody almost from Toy Story, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But there he is right there, guys. There's Dr. Sivana right there. You guys can also see on the back there, they give him a nice pose that you could put him in. And they also give you some examples of poses he could be in on the side here, which I think is really neat. Same with Shazam here. They give him like some options that you could put him in. Like here's him flying on the back. Now this is the figure. Now with those figures being said, we also have the Funko Pops here. And let's go through these right now. So right now we have Eugene. That's one of them. There are 6 of these guys all together in the common set. There's Pedro. That's really neat as well. Here we have, this one is Darla. Really neat figure as well. Then we've got, let's see what we've got here. We've got Freddy. Freddy right there. Here, and then the last 2 we have are Mary. And last but not least, we have Shazam. Okay guys, so let's open these up and we'll compare them. So first thing that I want to show off, guys, is to compare the actual Shazam Pop to the Shazam DC Multiverse figure. And then we will compare everything together with the True Moves figure. So as you guys can see, first thing that I am noticing here is that Funko Pops can come in and out of their box just by flipping the tab here. Once you open up this tab, you can close it again, and it was almost like it's never been opened. Really, you could sell this for another $10. Now with the DC Multiverse ones, you guys have to do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of getting into it. But other than that, guys, this is one of those figures that you're probably not going to get rid of. You're going to keep this one in your collection, or you're buying it because you're a kid and you love Shazam, or you're an adult and you love collecting old, DC figures, or figures in general. But the way you get this one out is you actually open it from the bottom here. There are 2 little flaps, so it's a little bit more complicated than a pop, but that's understandable because this figure is pretty cool, and they give it a really nice box. So anyways, let's get this one open. So I got the DC Multiverse figure out of the box, and I want to show them off a little bit closer up here. So here is the Shazam right here. Very cool figure. I like this thing a lot. It's super detailed, super awesome. I love the points of articulation. So it's articulated on his elbow, his shoulder, so it goes up and down. His hand rotates. His knee is articulated. The foot goes up and down, and then also his chest can go left and right. He can also go up and down. He turns pretty much all the way around. He does a 360 here. So there's a lot of really cool points of articulation on it. So this is a very cool figure, very detailed too. It does look just like Shazam does in the movie. As you guys can see, they got like this almost like photorealism head here, which I think is really cool. And as you guys can see, the hands do come off here, and you can just pop them out. And once you pop it out, like as you guys can see there, I popped it just out right there. You can put whatever hand you want on there. So for example, I'll put this hand on here, which would be him flying almost. And then you can have him, so the arm is articulated and put up to make it look like he is flying. So here you go. Here, guys, this can be Shazam flying across the screen. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's him there flying. Very cool figure. Super awesome, super detailed. I also like how the cape is kind of, it's like rubbery, so you can make it move around a bit, and so it's not so stuck there. That's something else that's really cool. The red on this, as well as the Thunderbolt in the middle, look great. The face looks great, like I said. This one also does stand up really well. You can also sit him if you want to, you can sit him down somewhere. The problem is, you know, you just got to balance him, right? Because he's like a little bit off-centered there. But there you go, guys. If you want to stand him up, you can. You can also sit him down nicely because, as you guys can see, his feet do bend pretty well, actually. Some figures don't, but I've noticed that the DC Multiverse ones are great for sitting because their legs seem to fit perfectly straight down, and they give them this nice angle. It's almost like a 90 degrees you need, and this is what this one has. Very cool figure, and I'm really in love with this one. Okay guys, now let's compare this one to the Pop here. So of course the Pop isn't articulated. The only thing that's articulated is that the head turns 360. But with this one, you guys can see here, it's got the same type of cape going on. This is the Shazam here. Of course, it's that stylized figure where this one is more of the, you know, real figure compared to the movie. Like you can see the head difference here is very big. This Shazam has just got like the, you know, the proportionate head to the body. This Shazam right here has the huge head. But as you guys can see on the back there, you can compare the capes and everything like that. This one's a little bit smaller. It looks like it's kind of blowing in the wind, where this one is just straight down. But still, both very cool figures. I like the detail on this one. I will say this though. This is all one color for the red. As you guys can see on the chest, the red is all one color. I hope you guys can see that all right. All the red is one color, where on the Pop, the chest has like a darker red to kind of give it some nice red accents on there. I think that's really neat. This is just such a cool character. I like how they both used the gold metallic paint on these. Really neat. It's a nice little added feature to these. The hair looks great on both of them. I think they both do look like Shazam. I also like how they both gave them the nice eyebrows there. You can see on both of them they've got that one raised eyebrow, which is very Shazam-like. And I think that's awesome. But yeah, guys, I love the Pop, and I also love the DC. Now, guys, I'm going to be grabbing the Shazam True Moves figures out of their boxes, and let's see what those ones look like compared to the other ones. One thing that I did notice with these ones, guys, is that you have to take them out of the box with this. There's no way to get it out unless you like actually rip the box, which is kind of sad if you want to keep it in box and you can't take it in and out of box. But still, very cool figures here, so let's check them out. Okay, so now that I've got this one out of its box here, I want to show this one off compared to all three of them. So we have this one here, then we've got the Pop, and then we also have the DC Multiverse figure here. Now, with the True Moves figures, they are bigger. I would say about 10 inches tall, which is really cool for somebody who wants to just, you know, get one of them or get both of them, because there's only two in the set. We only have this one, and then Dr. Sivana here, which is a very cool figure. But yeah, it looks really cool. But let's see, guys. So with this one here, this one has a cloth cape with no design on it, but still really cool figure. You guys can see here, it's kind of like felt on one side. It's like soft on one, cool on the other. But then over here, guys, we've got the legs that do bend. You can sit this one, in case you guys are wondering. This one will sit nicely on a chair or something like that because it has that extra little bend in the knee, which I think is really awesome. What is cool is that he also has this raised eyebrow on this one. I noticed that all of the figures have got that pretty well down, as you guys can see there. I would say that the smaller figure has a bit of a more detailed face, though. As you guys can see, the skin color's a little bit different on it, but still, both of them are very cool figures. This one's more like if you want to play around with it. If there are any kids out there that want this one, I would recommend getting this one because this one's more versatile. You can bring this with you. It's not so detailed. You don't lose as many pieces because of the small hands. So if you're going to be bringing this one out and about, like, you know, playing around at the park or something like that, I would say bring this one. But if you want to display this one or use this one for photography or something, that could be really cool as well. But also, if kids want to get this one's really neat as well. But this one is, what I would say is if you want to display this one maybe with your movies, or if you want to put this one on your shelf and, like, you know, have this one up top here. You guys know I love Funko Pops, but I do love both of these characters as well. Both of these figures look great. But let's, guys, before we go, check out that Dr. Sivana. So guys, here we have the Dr. Sivana. Now this one right here is very neat. As you guys can see, there's his face right there. He does have the scar on his face on this eye here with the different colored eye, which I think looks really cool. This top part here on his suit is plastic, and then the bottom here is the kind of like rubber kind of rubberish part here. But still, this is a very cool figure. I like this one a lot. These two would be great if you guys want to, like, you know, use them to battle each other or something like that. If you guys want to be like, oh, you know, Shazam versus Dr. Savannah, or you want to, I don't know, bring this one in the car like I said earlier. But both of these are great if you also want to display them, because they are bigger. You'll be able to see them from a farther distance. They stand really well. You just got to get them to stand straight like that. These both look amazing. I think they are really detailed in their own way, and they are both really neat. Now, this Shazam figure, like I had said, was more articulated, so if you want to use this one for like photos and stuff like that, or if you want to use this one to pose in that, it still looks really neat. So very cool figure. And the pop, of course, one of the best ones. You can't go wrong with getting a pop. If you guys would like to get any of the stuff that I showed off today, guys, go to the top comment in the comments down below and go check out all of the different links that I've posted there for you guys. It's a little bit easier to find it as top comment instead of in the description. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to Entertainment Earth for sending these over. All of this stuff looks amazing, and I'm so glad that we could show it off to you guys on the channel. But anyways, this has been another episode of Top Pops Popsters. Thanks for watching.